Hello everybody, my name's Cameron from The Bold Trades. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day today. Now this is a video I've been wanting to make for such a long time on Virgin Galactic Holdings, a company that is definitely near and dear to my heart. We've definitely had a lot of ups and downs together in the past year and a half that I have actually owned stock in the company, but I just wanted to make this video and just show everybody what the company is all about, where they came from and where they're heading. So this will be kind of like a deep dive into the history all the way to the present of this company. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I'd like to start off with this beautiful video of their new Spaceship 3, which they just launched.
We were born to look up. It's intrinsic, instinctive, undeniable. To be human is to be curious. To wonder what lies above. To dream of what awaits. To imagine what it feels like. What it sounds like. And what it looks like.
Wow. Now tell me that is not absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing.
Virgin Galactic.
What a sleek, beautiful looking spacecraft that is.
Welcome to space.
Imagine will take you there. Introducing VSS Imagine. The first Spaceship 3.
Wow. VSS
in the Virgin
Imagine.
Galactic Fleet.
The Virgin Galactic Fleet. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, that is absolutely beautiful. Now, this is actually just the third spaceship in the company, and just to look at that thing and just think, wow, this is what we have right now to where we will be in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years time. What kind of spaceships we'll have, how big they'll be, who knows. It's just absolutely amazing. But let's go back into this video and do a deep dive. So let's go ahead and start off with the beginnings. As you can see, Virgin Galactic was founded in 2004 by the Virgin Group from Sir Richard Branson. Now, I think if you haven't heard of Virgin Group or any company associated with Virgin, like Virgin Music, Virgin Atlantic Airlines, Virgin Airways, you may have been living on a different planet, because Sir Richard Branson, I should say, is absolutely one of the most crazy, most famous entrepreneurs in the world. I mean, he has done everything and anything. He loves life. He's made a lot of money. He's a billionaire, but he definitely works very, very hard, and he definitely parties hard too. So let's talk about Virgin Galactic Holdings. So Virgin Galactic is an American spaceflight company within the Virgin Group. It's developing a commercial spacecraft and aims to provide suborbital space flights to space tourists. Virgin Galactic's suborbital spacecraft are air-launched from beneath a carrier airplane, which is also known as a mothership, and here it says it's called White Knight 2. Now, Virgin Galactic's founder, Sir Richard Branson, had originally hoped to see a maiden flight by the end of 2009, but the date was delayed for several years, and more seriously, there was a crash back in October 14 with VSS Enterprise. Very, very sad. One of the pilots died. Being in aviation and, knowing about test flying and stuff like that, test pilots, those guys are just absolutely amazing. They love what they do, and they know the dangers. They realize that, this plane is in development that they're testing, and anything could happen. It could crash. Anything could happen. That's why they are test pilots. These guys, I'm telling you, absolutely amazing. Very brave people, and it was very sad. So anyway, that's behind us, and our focus now at Virgin Galactic is safety. Safety is the number one priority of the company. Now, you may also be interested to know, early on, they did have a satellite launch development called Launcher One, but it was actually spun off to a separate company called Virgin Orbit, which are doing actually very, very successful. And I believe they are actually going to be going public soon. I don't know if they'll actually do it through a SPAC, but we'll have to wait for the news on that one. But right now, Virgin Orbit, you must realize, is a separate company, although it is a sister company, but they are separate. Now, also, along with Virgin Galactic Holdings, they also own the Spaceship Company. Now, that's the manufacturing arm of Virgin Galactic Holdings. So they are responsible for manufacturing the motherships, the spaceships, any new kind of developments that are coming up, which we'll actually touch on their hypersonic plane that they're developing, which looks absolutely sleek and amazing too. So there is a lot of excitement with this company, but what you have to remember is, although we're publicly traded under ticker symbol SPCE, we are a development company. We are pre-revenue. So although we are making a very little bit of revenue because we have certain projects with NASA, and also I think we have one upcoming with the Italian Air Force as well. So there are a few, little private projects here and there which can actually generate revenue for Virgin Galactic currently. So that is another actual revenue stream apart from the space tourist side of things that they're probably going to probably branch into and make quite a bit of money out of that. But right now we're development company, we're in the testing phase. So let's talk about the testing phase of the company next, and then we'll actually get into the stock and where we think that's going to go and where it's been in the past and all that good stuff. So let's talk about that next, okay? All right, let's take a look at the roadmap here. So Unity spaceflight test was this past May 22nd. Now, there was a lot of speculation and it took a big hit on the stock price because prior to that, we had a lot of news where the test flights were delays and there were pushbacks and things like that. And a lot of people just bailed out of the company. They didn't think it was going to actually happen. And if it did happen, it was going to fail. But, deep down, I kind of knew that they just wanted to make sure everything was perfect, and that's why we had all these delays. They just wanted to do checks, double check, triple check, quadruple check, because they wanted that flight to be successful, make or break. And boy, was it successful. Oh my God. If you didn't get to see that flight, there's videos of it. Maybe I can pull one up here and we can take a look together. But the May 22nd flight was described and witnessed by Sir Richard Branson and our new CEO, Michael Colglazer, as absolutely flawless. So, having such a beautiful, flawless test flight, what they do is they take that data, they analyze it, and they said they'd get back to us within the next 2 weeks and let the investors know on the next test flight. But there's a lot of speculation. Nobody knows for sure, but we are coming up, as it is June the 2nd now, to a opportunity where we will hear very, very soon when that next flight will be. And I'm saying it probably could be within the next couple of weeks. But basically, that's just my opinion, and I can't really say for sure if that will happen. But if we had such a flawless space flight, a couple of weeks to do technical checks, all that good stuff, we should see something or hear of something pretty soon. So what's next? After we have that flight, we're going to have a third flight with Sir Richard Branson. So this will basically be the test of, what it'll be like for the passenger experience. And the experience is absolutely key in this company because the experience is what it's all about. And they've actually spent a lot of time developing the interior of the cabin to make it the best experience possible. Even the spaceship itself with the windows that actually cover all around, almost like 360 degrees. So when you are in orbit and you start floating around in the cabin, you'll be able to see the Earth and the curvature of the Earth through all these different angles and views. So the experience is absolutely amazing too. It's just going to be fantastic. So that should be a very highly anticipated and televised event, and we should all be watching and just enjoying that and just celebrating that flight, because that's going to be key. And then we'll have a fourth test flight that will be with the Italian Air Force, and that'll be later towards the end of the year. But the Branson flight, a lot of speculation, because his birthday is in July, that will happen maybe on his birthday or sometime around that time. So after that, a little bit of downtime. We do have the Spaceship 3, which they are going to be testing as well. So there's other things that are going to be happening too. And then commercial operations should commence. So let's take a look at some of the other information here. All right, here we are, future growth areas. Now look at this. Hypersonic travel is basically traveling at greater than like around the speed of 3 times the speed of sound. So this is what this will be capable of. So you'll be talking about a space, well, not a spacecraft, but an aircraft that will be able to fly so high and so fast that you'll be able to reach, say, New York to London in an hour, or maybe just a little bit over that, or even greater distances like going to Asia, where normally you'd be on a 12, 14-hour flight. You'll get there in like 3 hours. So here we are, back onto the high-speed vehicle mission concept review. On August the 3rd, 2020, they unveiled initial design concept for high-speed vehicle effort. Successfully completed mission concept review attended by NASA representatives. Confirmed company's design concept meets high level of requirements and objectives of the mission and allows progress to the next phase of design. Basic parameters of the initial high-speed aircraft design include targeted Mark III certified Delta Wing aircraft, a capacity for 9 to 19 people, and altitude above 60,000 feet. Executed a non-binding memorandum of understanding with Rolls-Royce to facilitate further collaboration on the development of sustainable cutting-edge propulsion systems for this type of aircraft. FAA's Center for Emerging Concepts and Innovation Review Project Direction authorized FAA resources to work with Virgin Galactic to begin outline of certification framework during the pre-project guidance phase. Previously entered into the Space Act agreement with NASA to facilitate development of sustainable high-speed technologies over the coming years. Now, also, they do have a $10 million investment from Boeing as well, I believe, which is absolutely amazing. So let's have a look at this Virgin Galactic's high-speed technology roadmap. So, high-speed technology could bring a paradigm shift to human air travel. That is key. I mean, if you can develop a spaceship or aircraft like this, it's almost like going into space, pretty much. Hypersonic travel that will cut down the time, be fuel efficient, environmentally friendly, so we won't have a big impact on the environment, because that's key to the company as well. They're very, very dedicated in the environment and protecting the environment and, leaving a low carbon footprint. That will be amazing. And it will just revolutionize travel as we know it. Anyway, Experienced Resources dedicated concept development leverages recently signed Space Act agreement with NASA. So near term is underway. So concept, design, development, FAA familiarization, established program partners, market assessment, business plan development. Medium term, detailed design, commence first article manufacture, flight testing, signing up launch customers, and long-term FAA certification, vehicle production, entry into service. Now, by no ways or means are we there yet. We are a long way off on this project, but this is the exciting future. I mean, it could be 10 years down the road before we have a vehicle that is capable of flying at these speeds. It could be less than that. But this is one of the amazing, most exciting things about Virgin Galactic. And a lot of people just don't get it. They don't understand, where they're going. I mean, a lot of people think they want to fail. Now, I just don't think that person would want a company like this to fail, that is reaching to the stars, that is planning to bring people by the masses, although very expensive at first. But once they start launching these and it gets successful, they start building more and more and more, the prices will come down and it will be more affordable to the average Joe like you and me. Or Mary. So it's just something that we should all want and we shouldn't knock. And unfortunately, there is a lot of people out there, especially in the stock market. They just don't want the company. They want it to fail, and it's just sad that there's people like that in this world that would think that way. The only reason why I invested in Virgin Galactic is because I love flying, I love space, and I love just the dream of flight and reaching to the stars. And one day we got to leave this planet. I mean, we got to get out there, and we got to search the stars and find other places that may be habitable for humans. And because we certainly don't want to go by the way of the dinosaurs. Who knows what could happen? So it's nice to know that we need to keep the continuity of the human race in some way or form, and reaching out into space and just exploring that vastness is just the most important thing, I think. And a company that's willing to do that and take the chance and the risk to do that definitely has my full support, that's for sure. So pretty much there we have it. There's a little bit more information. If you go to the website, you can definitely delve more into it. So let's talk next about the stock, because as investors, we want them to do well. And if they do well, the stock will go up and we'll make money too as well, along with the company. And hopefully maybe we'll be able to afford, with our gains, we can go on some of those space flights ourselves. So let's talk about the stock, where it's been and where we think it's going to go. All right, I just want to let you know as well, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my personal opinion. So, take it with a grain of salt, however you want it. But this is the stock, and where I think, we're going to go from here as far as the latest developments that we have so far. So, as you can see, I've been in it for well over a year, and I've rode it all the way up and I've rode it all the way down. But you know what? I believe in this company. I think they have something, and I think they have a team that's dedicated to making this dream a reality. Although we had some glitches in this test flight space program, we are back on track, and that is the best news and the best thing that has ever happened to this company so far, is we are back on track. We've ironed out all the creases, we've smoothed them out, and we're ready to go. So we are in launch test mode right now. Successful test flight was completed on the 22nd. So as you can see, when we first got the announcement, we started slowly rising. And then we had the test flight, which was actually over the weekend. It was on a Saturday. And boy, did the stock respond in kind. Because when you think about it, before even the anticipation of the test flight that we were supposed to have that got cancelled, we were rising steadily and steadily and steadily in February. And then they cancelled it. And that was it. Boom. A lot of people lost faith. Arkwood, the X Fund, the space exploration from Cathie Wood, she sold out. And I don't know why. I can't tell you why, but probably she thought it wasn't going to happen. I tell you, it was hard to hold the shares and stay strong, but I knew it would come back. I knew that they were doing a lot of hard work on the ground and that it would be successful. So let's talk about where we're going to go from here. So right now we are in a holding pattern. We're currently trading around the $30, $31, $32 range in anticipation of a space flight that should be coming up very soon. There's no announcement being made, but they will announce it. And I believe it will be within the next week or so that we should have that flight. I think once we have that second flight, which I believe is absolutely going to be flawless as well, they're going to have actually a crewed mission where not only will they just have the pilots in there, but they'll actually have a team of people inside the cabin as well. So they'll be doing their thing, their checks, whatever they're going to do. And that's going to happen. And then we should, on that successful flight, let's say it is going to be a successful flight, we are going to take off. And we are actually probably even going to go higher. And we'll probably start launching back closer. Because when you think about it, we were here. We didn't even have a flight. And we hit $62 a share roughly. And we didn't even have a flight. I mean, it was cancelled. This was just on the anticipation. But, when things go bad, they go bad really, really strong with the company. So we're pre-revenue. we're just making minimal amount of money right now. So it's all about the test flight program. So every key milestone is going to be an increase in share price. So second test flight, success. Then we've got Richard Branson, probably in July. Don't quote me on that. I don't know for sure, but that's his birthday and that's the speculation. So that's all we can go with. So we should be easily catapulting back up to $60 and beyond. Then we've got the Italians. We've got the all the other tests going for the other ships. We have the FAA certifications coming up. So once we get the commercial license to operate and carry paying passengers into orbit, and we will really see a boom, perhaps over $100. I'm just speculating, so I can't really say for sure. But that's where I think we're going to be. Anyway, let's see what happens next. And finally, let's just sit back, watch, and relax as we see this beautiful, amazing test flight on May 22nd, 2021. Amazing. And there it is in the low Earth orbit. Just rotating beautifully. Amazing. What a thing of beauty. Man, you gotta love it. And the whole experience is absolutely amazing. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the Blue Origin. You go up in a space capsule. It's a vertical launch system. You go back up, and it's pretty much just like around 11 minutes, and that's it, and you're done. Whereas you have an amazing experience with Virgin Galactic. It's like 45 minutes you take off with the mothership. You fly a pattern into the launch area, and then you just have that amazing launch into space. And it's just the anticipation of just going into space. It's just absolutely amazing. You know, I mean, what more could you ask for? So that's the whole experience. It's just something where you can just keep as a memory, and you can cherish and just show that to your kids, to your grandkids, to other family members. Plus, you'll be a newly minted astronaut as well, so you'll get your astronaut wings or insignia or whatever they call it as well. So it's an excellent way to experience space for the very first time that very few people have experienced. Anyway, that's the end of my video. I just wanted to make this video because I wanted people to understand more about the company and what they're all about and where they're heading. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to this video. I sincerely appreciate that. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye-bye.